Hey guys, Zuliverse here, and just a very quick commentary for today. Not really quick though, because this video is 17 minutes long, but it's me soloing Hilla. Finally managed to do it, and apparently I did it in 15 minutes. Somehow. The only major difference I know is that between this and my previous attempt, I did get about like a 3-4k increase in range. That's mostly because I had I believe it was the link skill for Xenon. Yeah, I just put that on my character and my range jumped by like 3k, so I have 30k buff range now. And there we go, you'll see it there, right? The 30k, and somehow I managed to do it in half the time I would normally be able to take. Like last time I tried to do Hilla, and it was like I took out all 30 minutes and I still didn't manage to down. I had like 5% of the HP left. Something like that. I just don't understand. It's so weird. My range wasn't significantly higher this time. Anyway, if you're having trouble soloing, I do recommend doing this part quickly, because you'll need all the time you have, and yeah, basically that, because the time limit is shared across all 3 maps. So Hilla is straightforward, no percent HP other than 2 attacks, which is, one of them is this laser thing, and the other one is the tombstone thing. I've actually died more times to the tombstone attacks on my dual blade than I have died to a damage reflection. So one thing to take note is that the summoning of the gigantic tower that's being annoying and the summoning of these mobs both have a 90-second cooldown. So, and that's the same cooldown duration as her damage reflection. Or at least it's actually slightly longer, because I believe damage reflection has an 80-second cooldown and not 90. But basically, normally, yeah. Okay, here's the first damage reflection, which usually occurs at 90% HP. You kind of, after a while, you react to the damage reflect animation instantly. Basically, how you time it is, you find out the time it activates, and then you deduct 20 of it, round it, and that should be the time where it's safe to start attacking again, and the time that you stop as well. Basically, you have about a minute after it's safe to attack again before you have to stop. Actually, the damage reflection is 15 seconds, but you do 20 in case there's still a lag. Okay, so that the towers are super annoying. So it's basically you smack her continuously. The status effect thing is just increases the damage she does to you, I think. So yeah. To note that the tombstones ignore your invincibility frames as well, so I guess that's one thing that I need to watch out for, because sometimes you just take touch damage and then after that you instantly get hit by the tombstone and die. So now it's 53, it's safe to attack at about 33, which is right there, and her next damage reflection, earliest possible, is at 33 in the next minute. A lot of bosses have a cooldown for damage reflection like this. I do believe other examples include Blackheart. I think Empress has a similar damage reflect timer, although according to what I've heard, she doesn't obey it as long as you're in a party. So another thing that you notice is that I got this buff thing. Actually, this additional buff adds 10 attack and magic attack. You get it occasionally. I'm not sure the actual interval, but so if one thing that some people don't really notice, that if you are having trouble with this fight, you should always try to keep alive, because that will help you. Because of the way these buffs work, with these buffs you can well, it increases your range over time and they stack, so you can have like 4 or 5 buffs by the end of the 30 minute, and that's a 50 additional attack. That's quite a bit. It could make all the difference between your run clearing and run failing. Like the other time when I took 30 minutes, I died with like a stack of 4. I did get additional 2 more by the end of the run, but it wasn't enough, so yeah. There's some advice right there. Another thing is that when the mobs spawn, when she summons the mobs during damage reflection, you want to be careful, because you don't want to accidentally hit her, just kill you, obviously. So, more of the same. I do have quite a bit of buff duration. I have a 5% mechanic card, which I'm probably going to increase to like at least 10% in like the next few days. Now, I'm thankful that I'm not fighting hard Hilla, because that would have killed me. Thanks to the post-unlimited changes, her gigantic laser is a one-hit kill in hard Hilla. It's not like I'll be doing enough damage to kill hard Hilla anytime soon. The DR was actually 57, but rough estimates don't hurt. As you notice now, she likes summoning these mobs during damage reflection, which gets extra annoying, because you gotta be careful what you're hitting. And Chains of Hell doesn't one-hit kill these guys, because I suck. My damage isn't so bad. So around about the halfway mark, usually about the halfway mark, she starts healing. It's 5 million to heal. It's not a big problem, really. Blackheart heal is much worse. That's assuming the fact you don't get one hit killed by Blackheart, which is another subject entirely. It has nothing to do with tips and tricks about how to do Hilla. So yeah, basically, time damage reflection, and the only thing that can kill you after this, after you know how to time damage reflection, is yourself. Really. Okay, here comes the second stack of buffs. I open my stat window again. I do always immediately rush for the tower, just to kill these towers as fast as possible. The less time you stay attached to them, the better. I'm cautious around here because I know she has DR. There we go, DR goes off. I rebuff once every 2 DRs roughly. It just makes sure that I have buffs to go around. She's still summoning mobs during her DR, which is extra annoying. But what can you do? Sometimes the game is like that. There's no real need to take shelter in the pentacle, especially if you have some pet with auto HP, but I do it because I can, I guess. Maybe Root Abyss has spoiled me and caused me to think of dodging every single attack. So that's my range. It was like 33k or something like that. It's increased quite substantially about the 20 attack. Try to memorize the number though, because of the DR, or like me, scroll up occasionally. So now I know that her next DR will be 08. So I still have about 20 seconds to go. Beware. It's a bit debatable whether you should use Final Cut like right before she DRs or not, so that one's entirely up to you, but because I have so much buff duration, I generally don't care. well, there's not much to say right now because most of it is just this good old DPS. Actually, it's not. I think she only heals about 33%. I'm not sure because I haven't seen a heal yet. I really don't know. So about dealing damage to Hilla, you should know the damage she do is half because she's physical resist, and she has 50% defense. So technically, her damage should be a quarter of what it is normally. But I have about 48% defense ignore because of, I think so, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if my final cut was, my phantom blow was maxed in this video, I don't quite remember. So a good practice when you know she has DR ready is to only attack when she's using another attack. The best thing that you can get when she is attacking, the best other attack that she has, the one with the longest animations, the giant laser thing. It gives you the most amount of time to attack her when she has her DR up, or at least when she's about to DR. It gives you the largest attacking window. But that should be self-explanatory. She isn't healed yet, so maybe it's 25%. I don't know. I'm like giving bad info all over the place. There we go. Here's the first heal. You can take a look at the HP bar and guesstimate for yourself. So I believe our Hilla at MapleSEA does have like some 700 mil HP if I remember correctly, because our Hilla HP didn't get reduced after the initial unlimited patch. That's what I heard. I'm not too sure about extractions though. So somebody could always confirm to me and tell me that I'm a massive idiot, so that's fine. So now she has DR up. I attack and wait for the animation. There we go. 08. Well, it looks like 08 on video. But usually I take a few seconds earlier just in case. Or maybe because I have balls. I don't know. The way you count DR is very important, but it's entirely up to you how you prefer to do it. Some people decide like call out both numbers. I used to do that initially. Like I call out 09, then I call out 49, which is the next time. So I do that as two different messages so that I can counter check that my maths is correct. It might work out for you if you are starting out and like first few times trying to do this sort of thing. Like yeah. At some point the chat becomes quite spammy because she attacks a lot and it's hard to see or some people try to like call out the exact time that the DR will end or the time where she has DR again. But I try not to do that because if I do my initial math wrong, then well, I'm screwed myself. Although it is rather easy to react to most bosses' DR animation, unless you happen to be a party of 20 at Blackheart. I mean like party of 5. Apparently I heard that with like an Ancient Buster spamming Soul Seeker you can't see. But here you shouldn't have a problem. So this fight is about almost over and I don't really have anything else to add of value, so I guess you can enjoy the remaining of the video and I'll see you guys next time.